TIFU when I fell in love with my wife. Random throwaway account. Last year my best friend, 28F, and I, 29 meters, got married, not due to love, but because we made a pact at the beginning of our 20s. That if we approached the age of 30, and neither of us had found the love of our lives, that we would marry each other. It felt like a joke at the time because the two of us were 100% convinced we would have our soulmates by now. Like everyone else in our social circle, watching all of our friends getting married and have kids eventually made us go, sue about that pact. Cue the wedding. It was surprisingly easy to sell our random relationship to the people in our lives because most of them assumed we were dating anyway. I mean, how could a single guy and a single girl just be good friends? It's unthinkable. The first few months of married life were awkward but fun. Awkward in a sense that we were still figuring out the rules of our relationship. Especially in regards to sex. Are we fucking? Are we not fucking? And if we are, do we ever call it making love? Is love even allowed? And so it went on and on. But like I said, it was fun. We enjoyed the process. Even the failures. Such as intimacy. The sex didn't work for her. She struggled to unsee me as her longtime friend whenever we attempted to sleep together. Like, she would literally cover her face during sex because of how awkward it was for her to look at me while I'm inside of her. Not gonna lie, it stung a bit, but we were still able to laugh it off. We agreed to stop having sex with each other and decided it was best to sleep with other people. Fast forward to 2022. Valentine's Day is approaching. My first Valentine's Day as a married man. A married man who's come to realize he has fallen deeply in love with his best friend, now wife. A wife who had sex with 37 people in the first year of our marriage. 2 of those people are mutual friends. 5 of them are regular hookups. One of those regulars still needs to return my Ghost of Tsushima video game, which he borrowed after sleeping with my wife on my fucking birthday. I've had sex with one other person since our marriage. One time only. Sleeping with random people is not really for me. Wife or no wife. Especially not when I have feelings for someone specific. I'm not comparing body counts to shame my wife. She's done nothing we didn't agree to beforehand. That being said, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I can tell by the way my wife looks at me that I'm not her Romeo. I'm the close friend she can share the details of her sex life with. Among other things. If I decide to express my feelings now, I feel like nothing good will happen. So, on Valentine's Day, I'll play my part and get my wife a cute card and some flowers before I leave her to be with guy number 38. She showed me his Instagram. He's a surfer with a fucking shark bite scar on his body. I hope that scar still hurts. Sorry, I'm being mean. Anyway, that's the end. If anyone ends up reading this post and leaves a comment, please help me laugh about this. I'm good at laughing whenever I'm unhappy. But I'm gonna need some help with this one. TL. Doctor married my best friend based on a pact. Fell in love with her. Doubt she feels the same. Now I'm stuck as the side character in my wife's diary of a young woman. So what was the point in getting married? To avoid your friend's opinion of you being single? It's 10,000 times weirder to be in this situation than to be single. One thing's for sure, do not bring kids into this mess. Get out of that marriage and get into therapy. For the love of Almighty and your sanity, please wake the fuck up. The real title of this foo is TIFU by lending out my copy of Ghost of Tsushima to a guy who just fucked my wife on my birthday. Edit. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. Now to see how the other half live on Reddit. Can't wait to get rid of those shitty Badoo ads. Married my best friend based on a pact. A pact? What would she do if you hadn't fulfill your part? Annex Czechoslovakia? Move on, dude. Not working no matter what the pact was. I would have told her straight out. This isn't working. Let's get a divorce. What's the point of being married if neither of you wants commitment besides the pact commitment? You can tell your friends, family the truth. It was a pact that you guys committed to in your early 20s because you didn't want to be alone. They can have a laugh with you or at you. Either way, someone will be laughing. This is why you don't confuse Hollywood BS with real life. A lifelong contact between you, another person, and the government isn't something you just enter without thinking it through. That being said, don't fall into the sunk cost fallacy. The sooner you separate, the easier it'll be to deal with that other party involved. The government. How do you see this ending? What happens if she falls for one of these guys? Do you think she'll stick around with you? Would you even want her to? I really hope you can find a little respect for yourself. If you continue down this path, you're going to end up miserable with no one to blame but yourself. This is the saddest thing I have seen on Reddit since Forever Get Out, bro. In a row? Time for a divorce, my dude. Maybe she'll find 38 as her Romeo. And you'll find someone new for yourself. Dude, have some self-respect. Get a little dignity and divorce her, dude. My God. Jesus Christ, this is sad. GIF. How incredibly stupid are you two that you actually got married to each other to check off a box on some made-up list of life achievements? Is divorce on that list? Because that's where this is going. For the love of God, do not have kids together and bring them into this dysfunction. I mean, really? God, I hope this is satire. Why would you get her anything for Valentine's Day? You aren't in a relationship with her. At least it seems she made it clear she isn't interested in intimacy or anything romantic. You need to move on with your life and consider the fact that you are likely going to have to cut her out of your life or find a way to live with your jealousy. Honestly, I'd get to work on a divorce and start separating if I were you. Screw Valentine's Day. Your self-respect called and left a message. He misses you. He hasn't seen you since the wedding. Nothing good could possibly come out of that marriage. Get a divorce and move on. Yikes. 37 guys? During COVID? She's like every contact tracer's MVP. Part of every play on the field. Who put a timeline on being a nesting pair? I met the love of my life at 27. He was 32. My aunt-ish. Didn't meet her person until her late 40s and got married in her 50s. Please reconsider, as you are committing yourself to a life as an unhappy nested pair.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.